Hey, we're back there at exciting episode of Dark Productions. Time back up to what's get by Chase.
What's up?
And he played Turtle School last week, and it was really fun. It's a deck I absolutely love. And he has a new tech on it that I think everyone else is aware of. If you're not, stay tuned. Here he goes. Oh, yeah, there's buttons. Check them out.
All right, so this is Master Roshi. If you don't know what it does, it is very old school style leader. Swing draw, and you may take a life just on swing if you'd like. It's if you have 4 or less life, you can flip it over, draw 2. There's a condition, but it never happens. Backside, you can sack this to get double strike and gain some attack. And you can combo from the draw. Very simple. Leader part 2, very wacky. If you haven't read this, it's how the deck really shines. Gives your opponent some cards. And speaking of those cards, we have, let me get these all out. We're running a 2 Goku, 2 Yamcha, 4 Krillin line. The full line is okay, but being able to just draw into a toolbox, I think, is what makes this deck really strong. You draw a bunch of cards. Goku's big form is way too good to just ignore, so you still have to play it even though he's the worst small one. But Krillin just being a cantrip comes up very often. These cards are better than you might expect. But you don't want to play too many of them. So in turn, we're just playing a complete 2-2-2 line of all the big ones. This guy doesn't come up super often. Usually you just do it as a 20k swing, draw, maybe kill one of your opponent's battle cards by battle. But a lot of things have barrier, especially play starters around the time that you're trying to play this guy out. Krillin's really good if he comes up. He's a little bit different than the other ones. He can only come out on turn 3, so he's not as good as he could be, but he's still super strong. If you're in a low resource game, he can just take it because he punishes negates and he has critical. So if you're in a last card situation, this card can just win you a game. To round out our Turtle School, we have a full play set of Gokus. This is one of the best green cards in the game currently, in my opinion, and I think everybody's opinion. It is everything that you could possibly want. It recycles, which can come up a whole bunch, especially since you're playing a Saiyan super combo that we'll get to. Bear ignoring destruction. He's insane. We run 1 Piccolo. I'll put him down here for you. He's pretty good. I think he's good when he's good, but the fact that he can only really be played when you have another card on the board is really gimmicky. But you're playing so many of these that you're not going to be drawing too many of these while you don't have these. You're going to be drawing him while hopefully you have one of these. Or it can be an energy worst case scenario, but he can just shred a unison if that's super relevant. And on to just sort of good green cards that I think are cool in here. We're running 3 Kaiokens. Really good. Once again, last card situation. He can boost himself up. Discard for 1. Critical. This guy is a card economy menace. Speaking of good card economy, this card's really fun in here. You can play him for 1 if your opponent has 2 or more battle cards, and with the field spell, you can guarantee that they do. So 1 drop, 15k, draw 1. Pretty good economy on that. I don't know if you'd call this spice or you'd call it just the best support that has ever existed for an archetype, but this guy is bonkers. He deflect dual attack, bounce a card your opponent controls. Search top 5 for a World Martial Arts tournament, which all the Turtle School cards are. I don't think this card could really get better for 1 energy as long as you have 3 or more energy. There's not enough you can say about him. He is crazy. Sort of round out our standalone battle cards. We're running 1-1. A little bit more unison hate here. If opponent's running a unison, side more in. This guy, it's usually your overwhelm. You just need 1. You don't want to run any more than that. And unison can be kind of player choice. I haven't really figured it out yet. So we're playing 2 Demegra, 2 Piccolo, and a Golden Frieza. I think you should run for Demegra. I think in hindsight, I will next time. This guy can absolutely come up. 20k dual attack, just drop it on your opponent for 2. It can absolutely just round out a game. But just being able to play this guy turn 1 and then not have to worry about your Frieza, your Dormants, for basically the rest of the game because he protects himself. That's insane. You might have saw Bancroft in my game where this card came up huge.
I thought your ratios would be higher than that. That's ridiculous.
No, you just run the one. He doesn't really come up as much as you'd think. It came up that game, and I've not had him come up since. Unisons are weird. I like this because the 2 energy for Piccolo is like really awkward, and this is basically I will lose unless my opponent's board gets blown up, and sometimes he's not enough, but you definitely can be. And speaking of all that we're running, Dormant, Frieza, it's green. Why not play the toolbox? Not a lot to really say there. Dormant may not be as strong as you might think, but it is still super strong in the current meta. We have what wanted me to bring this deck back out. We're running 4 Gogeta super combos. And the reason we're playing that, if you are not aware, is that this guy right here allows you to just add a Gogeta from your drop to your hand just by discarding it. Activate main not once per turn. No conditions, no anything. So functionally, you're running 8 super combos, which in a very card economy focused deck, I think is insane. And so, just to round out the list, we're running pretty small extra card lineup. Homicidal Clones, and we're running this as sort of your anti-floodgate guy. Really good against Topo. Just anything of the Topo variety, he can just kill on impact, and then you can start turning cards sideways. And if your opponent taps out for that, it's really hard to lose from that position. So this is a game winner. It's an advantage engine. This card is great. I need to play more, I think. But yeah, that rounds out this list.
Awesome. I was expecting a secret rare, but you don't got one.
No.
What did we say? Wait, Z-Dex? Anything?
They can be anything. You can play the Frieza.
There you go. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you can play the Frieza. You can play the Jiren.
The standard green ones.
Just play the green ones. Like, who cares? The rest of them are bad.
That being said, thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.